In 1977, the sleepy fishing community of Colares Island, Brazil, found itself at the heart of a perplexing mystery. What began as a few isolated incidents soon escalated into a series of events that would leave the islanders both terrified and bewildered. Fleeting glimpses of unidentified flying objects quickly morphed into a terrifying ordeal. The skies above Colares were no longer a source of comfort but of fear. Strange lights danced in the night, shattering the islanders' tranquil existence. These lights were not just a visual spectacle, they brought with them an air of menace. Colares Island, nestled at the mouth of the Amazon River, was a world away from bustling cities. Its isolation made the events even more unsettling. Its inhabitants, mostly fisherfolk, lived in harmony with nature. Their lives were simple, their routines dictated by the rhythms of the sea and the seasons. But this peaceful existence was about to be disrupted. The once serene village atmosphere began to change, taking on an eerie and ominous tone. Initially, these celestial anomalies were met with curiosity. The villagers gathered in small groups, pointing at the sky and discussing the strange occurrences. However, this sense of awe soon gave way to trepidation as the sightings became more frequent and bolder. The islanders' curiosity turned into a palpable fear as they realized these were not mere coincidences. The attacks followed a chillingly consistent pattern, leaving the islanders in a state of perpetual fear and confusion. Witnesses described being bathed in intense beams of light from the UFOs, which seemed to come out of nowhere, illuminating the night sky with an eerie glow. These were harsh, penetrating beams that seemed to pierce through flesh and bone, leaving those exposed in excruciating pain. Many islanders reported suffering from strange ailments, from burns and skin lesions to nausea and headaches. The symptoms were as mysterious as they were debilitating. The injuries, particularly the burns, were unlike anything doctors had encountered before. They were baffled by the severity and the unusual nature of these wounds. Adding to the mystery, the burns often healed abnormally, leaving behind strange scars that puzzled medical professionals and victims alike. Fear and paranoia gripped the island as the community struggled to understand the source of their torment. The islanders, desperate for answers, found their once vibrant community now a shadow of its former self, haunted by the unexplained phenomena. The Brazilian government decided to intervene. In 1977, the Brazilian Air Force launched Operation Saucer, a full-scale investigation into the UFO activity on Colares Island. Headed by Captain Urange Holanda Lima, the operation involved interviewing witnesses, collecting evidence, and attempting to capture images of the objects. Operation Saucer marked a turning point. The Brazilian military, a pillar of authority, acknowledged the phenomenon and actively sought answers. Despite their extensive efforts, Operation Saucer ultimately failed to definitively identify the mysterious objects that were being reported. The Brazilian Air Force was left with more questions than answers. The UFOs would mysteriously vanish whenever the jets approached, and the cameras, which were supposed to capture evidence, often malfunctioned at the most crucial moments, adding to the frustration of the investigators. The investigation was eventually closed, with officials attributing the sightings to atmospheric anomalies. However, this explanation did little to satisfy those who had witnessed the events firsthand. For decades, the findings of Operation Saucer remained shrouded in secrecy, locked away in classified files that were inaccessible to the public and researchers alike. It was only in the late 1990s that some of these files were declassified, revealing tantalizing glimpses into the events that had transpired. These documents provided new insights, but also raised new questions. The Colares incident stands as a chilling reminder that we may not be alone in the universe. The strange lights and unexplained phenomena continue to haunt the memories of those who experienced them. It is a testament to the enduring power of the unknown, a mystery that continues to intrigue and baffle researchers to this day. The more we uncover, the more elusive the truth seems to become. The declassified files have only deepened the enigma, leaving us with more questions than answers. As we continue to explore these mysteries, we are reminded of the vast unknown that still lies beyond our understanding.